We're back and we're starting year 2. Now we've got some nice rides already. We're doing well with our log flume. Quite happy with that. Ashley's doing quite well. And we've got our water slide, which is actually doing much better than I expected. It's got pretty much a full queue. What else have we got? Well, we've got our Silver Valley steamer, which is doing a bit. I don't know. It wasn't doing that well at the start. I don't think it's got the best results, if I'm honest. It's just kind of low exciting. It's just really there for transport. Our forest flyer, which is currently broken down. Let's see if the mechanic's on the job. Yeah, we've got one being fixed. That has got medium excitement rating, high intensity rating, and a medium nausea rating. We've got a nice little go-kart track called Richard's Wreckers. Sorry, I've always struggled to say that one. That has a medium excitement rating, a low intensity rating, and a low nausea rating. Space 1992, which is our space rings, that's low exciting, low intensity, and high nausea. And we've got a steady stream of people going on it. However, I think a few less people are going on it now. Let's have a look. Yeah, some people just want to pay less for it. Some people think it's not very thrilling, and some people think it's just taking a long time to queue up. One ride I am interested in changing maybe the price of, or just advertising, is Owl's Galleon. So let's check if we've got any marketing campaigns. So we've currently got a marketing campaign for Kieran Slidey and the actual park itself. So once they finish, we're going to get a marketing campaign for the park and Owl's Galleon. We've got the Storm over here, which is our runaway mine train. We've currently got a full train, which is amazing. There's another full train over there. Not quite full actually, but it's near enough. And yeah, let's see where this takes us. So it goes up quite far, takes a steep drop, goes up, takes less of a steep drop, goes quite high up, right to the edge of the park. That's where it has to have a chain to carry it. Goes round. It's got quite a straight, straight long bit, which I suppose is kind of slow and interesting. But it's sort of just building up to the drop. And then it does a massive steep drop. Goes around, up and down. Some things kind of harder to see because of the trees. Takes a photo, goes round underground, there's a few tunnels. Lots of nausea I think from this section. And it goes round back into the station. Quite an interesting ride. Looks quite nauseating. Quite a few people are throwing up, so I think I'll put some chairs, bins around that area. Unfortunately, our handyman is doing a bit of a terrible job of keeping this section. So I'm tempted just to get a handyman just for that area. Let's just quickly check which handyman has that area. Handyman 2 has it, however... Oh no, he's underground. I thought he was... From the small preview of him, it looked like he was just nowhere. Handyman 2, yeah, I'm going to have to remove this section and give it to another handyman. Because you're doing a terrible job. So, new handyman is going to have the areas which you failed to keep clean. Which include actually these sections, which weren't dirty or anything. They just... I don't know, I felt that they weren't being patrolled properly. So it's really interesting to see that we have over 1,000 guests right now. The amount of guests in our park has been going up amazingly. The actual rating of the park has gone down slightly. It's not really... But it's kind of been fluctuating up and down, so... That's not too bad. Although, we don't really need to care about that, because our objective is just to get a park value of 15,000. Which currently, I believe... Yep, we've just got 15,000. So if we can keep that park value, then that'll be good. Now, I'm going to advertise the campaign do an advertising campaign for the park and for Al's Galleon, like I said I would. Although Al's Galleon broke down as soon as I did that, so it's a little bit funny. Again, one of the handymen is kind of annoying me because he's not actually cleaning the paths. So if we can get the paths to be clean, I'll be much happier. I think he'll eventually get them. So yeah, we're doing quite well with our rides. It's really interesting to see. I know that I was talking about adding a few bigger rides. We've got a couple of roller coasters. We literally just unlocked the steel roller coaster at the end of last year, and we have had the bobsled roller coaster for a while. Although I'm a little bit hesitant to create one because I don't think I've actually made one that's been successful, or if I have made one that's actually worked, then it's usually not been that good. I'm confident with steel roller coasters I can do that, but bobsled roller coasters, maybe I should try and push my boundaries and do one. In fact, yeah, let's have a look. I think there's a large area, yeah, around here that we could probably build on. So I think I'll actually start off with the station quite far back from the path. I'll allow for a decent ride queue. So we'll start off by going down. Now I'm a little bit unsure with these rides how they work, because they're not really attached to the track, I think, so they're likely to come off if we just went up straight away in it right now. So if we can clear some of this land and just make it go forward, that will allow us just to give it a nice area for it just to slow down. We will, I'm not entirely sure how this underground is going to work. I want to go underground at this moment, so let's just bring up as much land as possible and then we'll bring it back down where we need. Okay, so, oh, whoops. This is going to annoy me. Okay, so that bit of land can go down. I think we can form this land. Sure, that looks okay. Okay, we're now underground. Go down again. I think all the way down. Do some turns. Can we go further down? Yes, we can. That will make this ride quite interesting. Now, how am I going to finish this ride? Definitely have to come back to here. So if we can bring it up out of the underground, that will probably work out quite well. I think this will work. In fact, I think if we can make it go up a little bit more. Probably, well, let's say 20 foot. we can just take a nice leisurely drop over to our station. Might look a bit boring, but oh well. This is kind of an interesting ride, especially when I think of previous attempts I've done with these. I have a small feeling that I tried to make one of these on which park was it? It was Evergreen Gardens, I believe, and that did not really turn out that well. We'll put on an entrance and an exit, and then we'll test it. So it starts off by going down, then around, underground, goes around, goes down again, and oh my goodness, it crashed. Interesting. I'm glad it crashed now rather than with people on it. Okay, I clearly have not quite learned how to make those roller coasters yet. Let's just make a normal steel roller coaster. In fact, I think I want to have a series of roller coasters that are actually just adjacent to each other. So, I have roller coasters like this. Then, hopefully, this kind of track will work out well. We'll go underground. I think we'll take a picture at this point. Then, over the path, we'll go back down. Then we'll go around into our station. So that can be track 1. We'll just get that tested. We'll quickly test that. I think, in fact, I want much smaller trains than this. I want 4 cars per train. Hopefully I can get... I don't understand. I can have 2 trains that have 8 cars per train. But I can't have 4 cars per train and 4 trains. Oh well. So, it starts off. It goes up. It starts to go down with a bit of a sharp angle. Goes around, up, down underground, up again. Take some pictures and then back round into the station. Quite simple. I think that's going to be quite an effective ride. And because there's these 3 carts that are constantly going round, I think it'll have a constant stream of people going in and out of it. Hopefully the results are quite good. So they're not quite yet available, but we can see that the ride is only 38 seconds, so should have very quick flow of people going in and out of it. Its maximum speed is 44 miles an hour, which I assume is either when it goes underground or when it just this initial drop. It's got a medium excitement rating, a medium intensity rating, and a low intensity and a low nausea rating. So I think that's quite good. I'm going to make the second version, which I kind of half into that a second ago, but didn't explain too well. Basically what it is I am going to have 2 of the exact same ride, effectively, and I'm going to choose the synchronized adjacent stations out. I think we've done this before in Road to RollerCoaster Tycoon. I know that there's definitely 1 or 2 default parks with it. Unfortunately, trees getting away. Basically, it means that 2 roller coasters do the exact same thing at the same time. Or they'll start off doing the same thing at the same time. They won't necessarily do the exact same thing. You could have 2 completely different roller coasters. As long as they're next to each other, they will be adjacent stations. I think this is going to work out well. The only thing that's going to be a bit of a problem with this is is making the queues and the paths to get here, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. In fact, yes, I do remember doing some rides with adjacent stations in that was most likely Diamond Heights. That was pretty much 2 rides, very similar issues. Now, do I go down and then flat? Down, flatten out, and then attach that. Wonderful. So, let's get the 3 carts again. Brilliant. Let's synchronize these 2 rides up. We'll test them both. Oh wait, obviously I need an entrance and an exit. So start that second roller coaster. I think we're going to call these night and day. So obviously the white one's going to remain white, so that can be day, and night will be the currently green one. I'm going to change it to be. I change it to be black. So yeah, daytime. Change it slightly, and nighttime. Where are the colours? Oh, now that looks pretty cool, having the 2 roller coasters in sync, and they do pretty much the exact same thing. In fact, they do the exact same thing. I really like that. Now, one thing I need to probably check with some of my later rides that I made is having the inspection time of 20 minutes. That was something I went and did for pretty much all of my rides. Let's just check if I did it on rides like Ashley Splashies. Now, I did it on Ashley Splashies. Did I do it on the water and Kieran Slidey? Yes, I did. So the majority of my rides should have that anyway. So we have 2 awesome roller coasters. Just before I make their queues and their paths, I want to have an advertising campaign for. Well, we'll do night, and then we'll do free rides on. Sorry, that's free entry. Free rides on a particular ride. That will be day. And then we'll just advertise the park in general. Okay. Night and day are doing okay. A little less than I want. I think just maybe people just think it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, most people are saying that they don't want to pay that much to go on it. Or they've already got a non-ride photo, which is amazing because they've already been on the ride. So basically, maybe I should look at reducing some prices of the rides soon.